Hello, I'm Philip Stoten. I'm on the Scoop studio at SMT Nuremberg, and I'm joined by Michael Ford from Aegis. Michael, we talk a lot about connecting machines, connecting systems. Perhaps most important on the line is connecting all the people and actually understanding their role in this post-Fourth Industrial Revolution world. How much are your customers talking to you about that? How much are they talking to you about the operator's position, how they train them, how they bring them onto the level that they see as the future?
It's quite an important thing, A lot of people tend to focus on surface mount process that puts in 80% of the components, and then you've got a little bit of stuff to do after that in manual operations. Well, guess what? 80% of the problems come from those processes at the end. So, okay, let's forget the machines for a while. We would like, of course, to reduce the cost of manual processes, and that may be through automation or semi-automation. But a lot of the processes, especially as we get on the road to there, require people. Now, in the traditional factory, those people are highly skilled individuals in one particular facet of what they're doing, like putting a part in the board or making some adjustment or doing some kind of test. Can you imagine working in that environment? I mean, it's not the kind of sell to somebody leaving college to say you're going to be stuffing parts in boards all your life, People these days do not want to do that. So let's take advantage of the digital factory to bring an enhancement to those manual operations. So how do we do that? Augmented reality, where we are showing simple information and instructions to operators in their visors. Okay, that's familiar. But instead of tying the operator to one process, we can free them up to be doing different jobs at different times as required. Well, guess what? That fits exactly into our flexible factory concept, where we want to do different things at different times according to customer demand. So let's give the operators the opportunity to follow instructions. They don't need to be an expert in stuffing boards or moving materials from the warehouse or doing a quality check or adjusting something on a machine, because the information is being delivered to them from the factory MES. So people see that as being a great enhancement to attract people into manufacturing and give them a higher level job, even at the operator level.
Yeah, and it makes it more interesting and more compelling. When you're looking at that kind of those human factors in terms of the way your software is being used, how do you develop those ideals? Do you work with operators? Do you draw on the experience as you've installed all these systems and trained all these people? How do you decide what the next operator interface needs to look like?
That's something we just have to do. We put ourselves in our customer's position. We look at what they're doing. And a lot of time, customers are very much focused on their own area and why they're doing certain things. We can actually help by looking at the bigger picture. And we put together the needs and requirements of several different customers, and that becomes our strategy for going forward. We know that we're successful when we're bringing a function to market that people say, why didn't I think of that? That is exactly what I've been looking for the last 6 months. And that, for me, is success. Yeah. And if people can use the software in a way that they love it, and they're really feeling attached and part of it, and it's adding value to them, that's it. That's the great place to be.
Yeah, that's that sweet spot, isn't it? Where you've got a happy operator, you've got a happy factory manager, and everybody's doing the same thing. When you look at, you mentioned augmented reality, how much work have you done with things like HoloLens, Google Glass, those kind of things, to actually look at how that functionality performs with your software?
Yeah, there's a lot of different technologies available, and there are new ones being invented as we go along. So we've been playing with a few systems, and I can say that this is something that we're looking very closely at, because we can see the value of this going forward.
Yeah, so watch this space.
Indeed.
Michael, thanks very much for your time.